It's like the most impressive team I've ever seen. It was Kelly Slater, Mr. Pipeline himself.
Like, what does he have to prove? He doesn't have to win any more world titles. Doesn't have to win an event. You know, he's the GOAT. He will always be the GOAT.
I think the worst case scenario is that Kelly sort of has 3 or 4 really bad results in a row, and that's the last memory we have of Kelly Slater.
There are athletes who dominate their sport for a season. There are legends who leave a lasting impact. But there's only one who has ruled his realm for 3 decades, redefining not just a sport, but the very limits of human potential. That man is Kelly Slater, the king of surfing. The man who has claimed 11 world titles and continues to push the boundaries of what it means to be the best. Kelly Slater was born on February 11th, 1972, in Cocoa Beach, Florida. At the age of 6, Kelly picked up a surfboard and something clicked. His older brother Sean introduced him to the sport, but Kelly took it to another level. By 12, he was already a national champion. Kelly's rise through the ranks of amateur surfing was meteoric. His raw talent and ability to adapt to any condition were unrivaled. By the time he was a teenager, the world of professional surfing was starting to take notice. Kelly didn't grow up in a wealthy household. His father, Steve, was a bait and tackle shop owner, while his mother, Judy, was a firefighter EMT. She also worked as a bartender and a cleaner. Kelly's upbringing was modest, grounded in the working-class ethos of Cocoa Beach. His father's shop was located near the water, allowing young Kelly and his 2 brothers, Sean and Stephen, endless access to the ocean. His parents divorced when he was still young, and this event had a profound impact on him. The split made Kelly more introspective and independent. He found solace in surfing, often retreating to the water when life at home became too difficult. Surfing wasn't just a sport for Kelly, it was a form of escape, a way to channel his emotions and find peace. Through his familial challenges, Kelly developed a resilience that would define his career. He learned to handle pressure from an early age, and this mental toughness would later serve him well in the highly competitive world of professional surfing.
And as my leg got locked back straight, the board flipped in against the toes, and it just broke the top of my foot.
In 1992, at just 20 years old, Kelly Slater entered the ASP World Tour. It didn't take long for him to make an impression. By the end of the season, Kelly had claimed his first world title, becoming the youngest ever world champion. But what made Kelly different was not just his age or his talent, it was his mind. He approached surfing with an almost scientific precision, analyzing wave patterns, experimenting with new board designs, and bringing a level of physical fitness to the sport that was unprecedented at the time. From 1992 to 1998, Kelly was virtually untouchable, winning 6 world titles in just 7 years. He was dominating the sport like no one before him, pushing his competitors to their limits. After dominating the surfing world in the 90s, Kelly Slater shocked the surf community by stepping away from full-time competition. Many wondered if the king had lost his drive or if his best years were behind him, but a new generation of surfers, led by Andy Irons, Joel Parkinson, and Mick Fanning, was rising, and Kelly felt the fire reignite. Andy Irons, in particular, became the face of this new era of surfing. With a raw, aggressive style, Irons quickly established himself as Kelly's fiercest rival. Their head-to-head battles on the ASP World Tour were the stuff of legend, filled with drama, tension, and mutual respect. The rivalry between Kelly and Andy wasn't just about surfing, it was a clash of personalities and styles, with Kelly's calm, calculated approach often pitted against Andy's passionate, fiery determination. The early 2000s saw Andy Irons win 3 consecutive world titles, from 2002 to 2004, marking the first time anyone had truly dethroned Kelly Slater. The rivalry between the two was electric, with each pushing the other to new heights. For Kelly, this period was a turning point. He no longer dominated with ease. He had to evolve. In 2003, the rivalry reached its peak at the Billabong Pipeline Masters. In a heat for the ages, Kelly and Andy went wave for wave, trading barrels and pushing the limits of what was possible on one of the world's most dangerous waves. Andy came out on top, securing both the Pipe Masters title and the World Championship. But but the mutual respect between the two surfers had grown. The rivalry didn't end there. Kelly, fueled by a renewed sense of purpose, fought back in the following years. In 2005, at the age of 33, Kelly won his 7th world title, marking the beginning of his second wave of dominance. Kelly and Andy's rivalry was not just about competition. It was about mutual respect, brotherhood, and the acknowledgement that they were both making each other better. Sadly, the rivalry came to a heartbreaking end in 2010, when Andy Irons passed away at the age of 32. Kelly would later describe Andy as the fiercest competitor he had ever faced, but also one of the surfers who inspired him the most. As the 2000s progressed, Kelly Slater found himself facing not just Andy Irons, but a new wave of talent that would go on to define the next generation of surfing. Among them were Joel Parkinson, known for his smooth, effortless style, and Mick Fanning, a powerful and explosive surfer from Australia.
Just to get back in touch with yourself. And if I trust that feeling, I always feel like I'm happier.
Joel Parkinson, or Parko, was often considered the most stylish surfer of his generation. His fluidity on the wave made him a fan favorite, and his consistency put him in direct competition with Kelly year after year. Parko and Kelly had numerous close contests, and while Parko often came close to taking the world title, it was Kelly who managed to edge him out in critical moments. Then came Mick Fanning, a surfer who was as mentally tough as he was physically gifted. Mick's explosive turns and unmatched speed made him one of Kelly's fiercest rivals in the mid to late 2000s. The two surfers had some of the closest heats in surfing history, with Mick often challenging Kelly's dominance on the tour. In 2007, Mick Fanning broke through, winning his first world title. It was a defining moment, not just for Mick, but for the sport. Kelly, now in his mid-30s, was facing a generation of surfers who were younger, stronger, and faster. But even then, Kelly proved that he wasn't done yet. In 2008, Kelly won his 9th world title at 36 years old against a field of surfers more than a decade younger. His ability to remain at the top of the sport for so long was unprecedented. Kelly Slater's remarkable career was far from over. In 2010, at 38 years old, Kelly did what few thought possible. He claimed his 10th world title. It was an unprecedented achievement in the world of competitive sports, let alone surfing.
What got me to where I am, what got me the world titles and all the contest stuff has been really an obsession. That would be the dream for me, win this thing.
Kelly's 10th world title came as a statement to the surfing community and the world. It was clear that Kelly wasn't just a great surfer, he was the greatest of all time, and he was still evolving. His approach was increasingly cerebral, understanding not only the waves, but also the psychology of his competitors. But Kelly wasn't done yet. In 2011, he clinched his 11th world title, making him the most decorated competitive surfer in history. At 39 years old, Kelly showed no signs of slowing down. His agility and fitness were on par with surfers nearly 20 years younger, but it was his experience, his deep understanding of wave dynamics, and his unrivaled competitive instincts that kept him at the top of the game. The 2011 season was a mixture of vintage Kelly and modern precision. The 11th title was more than just a win. It solidified Kelly's legacy as an ageless champion. As the years passed, many wondered if Kelly's time in the spotlight would ever fade. But in 2022, Kelly delivered one of the most remarkable moments of his career, winning the prestigious Pipeline Masters at 50 years old. Winning the Pipe Masters, held at one of the most dangerous waves in the world, is an achievement in itself. But to do it at 50 against competitors half his age defied all expectations. Kelly's mastery of Pipeline was on full display, riding impossibly deep barrels and threading through sections with the same finesse he'd shown in his prime. That victory at Pipeline wasn't just a nostalgic trip down memory lane, it was a message to the surfing world. Kelly Slater was still here, and he was still capable of magic. His win at 50 was widely regarded as one of the greatest moments in surfing history, marking him as not just a champion, but an enduring symbol of longevity and passion. But like all careers, even one as storied as Kelly Slater's, there are moments of setback. In April of 2024, after a lifetime of competing at the highest level, Kelly missed the mid-season cut on the World Surf League Tour. It was a shocking moment for fans and athletes alike. For the first time, Kelly faced the harsh reality of surfing's new qualification format, where only the top surfers from the first half of the season made it through to the second half. The competition had grown fiercer, and a new generation of young, hungry surfers had risen to the challenge. While Kelly still had the fire, the grind of the tour and the toll of nearly 4 decades of professional surfing had begun to show. Kelly's impact on the sport extended far beyond any single season. Whether it was his 11 world titles, his monumental win at Pipeline at age 50, or even his decision to continue pushing himself against the best young surfers in the world, Kelly's legacy as the greatest surfer of all time was already set in stone.
When you jump in the cold, you're not thinking about your problems. You're thinking about just the physical feeling right then. Yeah. And then when you get out, you have all these endorphins, and chemically it helps you a lot.
Throughout his career, Kelly Slater has called many places home. Each location reflects a different chapter of his journey as a surfer, entrepreneur, and environmentalist. Kelly's roots are firmly planted in Cocoa Beach, Florida, where he spent his formative years surfing the small, mushy waves that would shape his ability to read the ocean. Cocoa Beach was more than just home. It was where Kelly learned resilience, adapting to less than perfect conditions and honing his skills on waves that many consider too small for serious surfing. Kelly has also spent significant time in Avalon Beach, New South Wales, located on the northern beaches of Sydney. Avalon, with its rugged coastline and consistent waves, has long been a favorite spot for Kelly. The town's relaxed, beachside vibe fits his lifestyle, and though he no longer owns a home there, Avalon still has a special place in heart. Further up the coast, Kelly established another home base in Australia on the iconic Gold Coast. Known for its legendary surf breaks like Snapper Rocks and Kira, the Gold Coast has been a significant part of Kelly's competitive history. Kelly has a deep connection to the country that has given him so many competitive memories. But it's Hawaii that holds the deepest connection for Kelly. Over the years, Kelly has spent much of his time on the north shore of Oahu, near the legendary Banzai Pipeline. His eco-friendly home there is a testament to his commitment to sustainability, built with locally sourced materials and designed to have minimal environmental impact. Hawaii, with its perfect waves and rich surf history, has become a second home for Kelly, a place where he feels a deep connection to the ocean and the culture. Kelly Slater's influence on the world doesn't end with his surfing achievements. Beyond the ocean, he has used his platform to launch successful business ventures and advocate for environmental causes, becoming a trailblazer in the realms of sustainable fashion, surf innovation, and ocean conservation. In 2015, Kelly co-founded Outer Known, a clothing brand built on the principles of sustainability. Slater's goal with Outer Known was to create stylish, functional clothing while minimizing environmental impact, a mission that challenged the norms of the fast fashion industry. Every step of the design and production process was made with sustainability in mind, from the use of organic cotton to the commitment to fair labor practices in factories around the world. Outer Known became a leader in sustainable fashion, pushing boundaries with innovations such as Econol fabric, made from recycled fishing nets and ocean plastics. Slater's influence in this space has inspired other brands to consider their environmental impact, making Outer Known a symbol of what's possible in the fight against climate change. In the same year, Slater revolutionized the surfing world with the debut of his next ambitious project, the Kelly Slater Wave Company. The wave pool, located at Surf Ranch in California, represented a breakthrough in surf technology. For the first time, surfers could ride flawless waves in a controlled inland environment. The wave pool wasn't just an engineering marvel, it was a game changer for training, competitions, and even the future of the sport. The wave pool has since hosted world-class events, such as the Surf Ranch Pro, and is viewed as a pioneering step in the evolution of competitive surfing. But Kelly's vision extends beyond innovation in sport. He's also committed to preserving the oceans for future generations. Throughout his career, Kelly has been a dedicated environmental activist. His passion for ocean conservation led him to partner with organizations like the Surfrider Foundation and Oceana, where he's raised awareness about issues such as plastic pollution, overfishing, and climate change. Kelly has been an outspoken advocate for sustainable practices, encouraging the surfing community and beyond to take action in protecting the environment. Kelly's activism goes hand in hand with his business ventures. Both Outer Known and the Kelly Slater Wave Company reflect his commitment to sustainability and innovation, proving that success can coexist with a sense of responsibility toward the environment. Kelly Slater is more than just a surfer. He's a businessman, an innovator, and an environmentalist. His impact on the world reaches far beyond the ocean, leaving a lasting legacy of sustainability, responsibility, and respect for the planet.
Kelly Slater, the king of surfing. With 11 world titles, 8 Pipeline Masters victories, and a career spanning over 3 decades, no one has done more to define the sport of surfing. From groundbreaking achievements to legendary moments that will forever echo through the halls of surf history, here are Kelly Slater's top career-defining moments. In the 1990s, Kelly Slater turned professional surfing on its head.
This is my life, and it's what I do for a living, but most of all, it's just what I love, and I'd be doing it even if it wasn't my dream.
As a young, fearless surfer, he showcased an ability to win in any condition, adapting to the demands of each contest and defeating older, more seasoned competitors. His initial world title in 1992 was only the beginning. In 1994, he began a winning streak that would see him clinch 5 consecutive world titles, a feat that was unheard of at the time. This era cemented Kelly's status as the most formidable competitor in professional surfing. Each title was earned through a unique combination of innovative maneuvers, flawless barrel riding, and an unbreakable mental game. Kelly's ability to dissect his competitors' strategies and push the boundaries of progressive surfing during this period made him unstoppable. He dominated waves from Australia's Bells Beach to Hawaii's powerful North Shore breaks, etching his name in surfing history.
I think that Rob enjoyed it as much as I did in a lot of ways.
When you lose a world title race in a situation like that, I really didn't feel any remorse or...
The 1995 Pipeline Masters semifinal heat between Kelly Slater and Rob Machado was the epitome of competitive surfing mixed with camaraderie. It's rare for athletes, especially in individual sports, to prioritize friendship over victory, but that's exactly what Kelly and Rob did. In a single moment of pure joy, they high-fived mid-wave, creating an image that still resonates in surfing culture today. Kelly ended up winning the heat and advancing to the final. Kelly's overall performance throughout the event secured him the world title that year. Their high five symbolized the spirit of the sport, respect for fellow surfers, and love for the ocean. It showed the world that surfing is not just about winning. It's about the experiences shared in the water and the lifelong friendships formed along the way.
Where Kelly Slater is getting ready for his round 2 heat. You can see he's checking in.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, he's putting on the red jersey. Ron, what can you tell us?
The Eddie Aikau Big Wave Invitational is one of the most prestigious events in surfing, and it only runs when conditions are perfect, meaning huge waves and challenging conditions. The Eddie has only had conditions perfect enough to run 10 times since its inception in 1984. When Kelly won the event in 2002, he solidified his position not just as a world champion in regular conditions, but as a master of the heaviest waves on the planet. Waimea Bay's massive walls of water require a unique set of skills, including fearlessness and the ability to execute the massive drops in the most treacherous situations. Kelly's win at the Eddie showed that he could handle the pressure and danger of big wave surfing, adding another dimension to his already legendary career. His performance that day, riding 30-foot waves with ease, highlighted his versatility and commitment to pushing the boundaries of what's possible on a surfboard.
Accomplished my dream of trying to win a world title, trying to win a Pipe Masters, and you know, it could be the best day of my life in that way.
Tihupo'o is one of the most terrifying waves in the world. Located in Tahiti, it is known for its bone-crushing power, shallow reef, and the sheer thickness of its barrels. When Kelly scored a perfect 20 out of 20 at the 2005 Billabong Pro, he set a new standard for competitive surfing at Tihupo'o. It wasn't just about riding waves, it was about navigating the waves' raw power and committing to the steep drops that could easily end in disaster. Kelly's performance was a blend of bravery and technical mastery, choosing the heaviest waves of the day and riding deeper than anyone thought possible. His ability to thread through impossible sections of the wave made it one of the most memorable heats in competitive surfing history. Kelly went on to win the event after this historic heat.
Every day just waiting and waiting, a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and I guess we paid our dues because it really paid off today with some great surf. And all right, thanks you guys. See you next year.
By 2012, Kelly was already considered a living legend, but his 50th career victory at the Quicksilver Pro France cemented his legacy even further. Competing against surfers who grew up watching him, Kelly proved that age was just a number. His strategy, wave selection, and execution were all reminiscent of a young champion, showing that his desire to win and passion for the sport had not waned over the years. Winning 50 career events on the World Tour is a milestone that no other surfer has come close to achieving. Kelly's victory in France was a reminder that he could not only keep up with, but continue to outsmart and outperform the younger generation of surfers. This achievement was a testament to his incredible competitive spirit, adaptability in all of the different conditions you face on the WSL. If you are enjoying this look at some of Kelly's top moments of his career, make sure you check out our other video on Kelly's incredible life. From growing up as a Grom in Florida to finally retiring at the age of 50 as the GOAT.
I think I can win the Quicksilver Pro France this year, but I think that every year, and I haven't been winning it, so we'll see. So maybe I should go there thinking I can't win it.
Pipeline is considered the ultimate proving ground for any surfer, and no one has mastered it quite like Kelly Slater. His first Pipeline Masters victory in 1992 marked his arrival as a dominant force on the world stage. At just 20 years old, Kelly showcased his fearless approach, threading through the heavy barrels and navigating Pipeline's shallow reef with precision and grace. This initial victory set the tone for what would become a career-long relationship with the world's most famous wave. Over the next decade, Kelly added to his legacy at Pipeline with consecutive wins in 1994, 1995, and 1996, solidifying his status as the master of Pipeline. But it wasn't just about racking up wins. Kelly's performances at Pipeline were a display of his mastery over one of the world's most dangerous waves. He knew how to read the break better than anyone, choosing the best waves and executing barrel rides that seemed impossible to the rest of the world. As new generations of surfers emerged, Kelly continued to dominate at Pipeline, winning again in 1999 and securing another victory in 2008, well into his 30s. Each win at Pipeline highlighted his deep connection to this wave and his ability to maintain peak performance, even as the sport evolved. But it was his victory in 2022 that truly cemented his legacy. At the age of 50, Kelly once again conquered Pipeline, competing against surfers half his age and showing the world that he was still the king of Pipeline. Winning the Pipeline Masters for the 8th time made him the oldest surfer to ever win a major competition. It was more than just a victory. It was a statement that Kelly Slater's dominance at Pipeline was timeless. From his first win in 1992 to his last in 2022, each victory told a story of perseverance, skill, and an enduring love for this iconic wave. Kelly's 8 Pipeline Masters victories across 3 decades stand as a testament to his unmatched ability to perform under pressure and his deep understanding of pipeline and backdoor. His dominance at these waves is more than just a chapter in his career. It's a defining element of his legacy.
Tell me about that. How many seconds were left before your hands left the rail for that 9-point ride?
There was less than 20 when I saw it, when I saw the wave. I gotta go give Baron a high five real quick. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
The Vans Triple Crown of surfing is considered the ultimate test of a surfer's versatility and skill in Hawaiian waters. held across 3 unique and challenging breaks, Alewa, Sunset Beach, and Pipeline, the Triple Crown demands mastery over varying wave conditions. Kelly's 5 event victories and 3 Triple Crown championships are another testament to his deep love for the waves on the north shore of Oahu. Each Triple Crown win required Kelly to perform at his best across a range of wave sizes and types, from the powerful walls at Sunset Beach to the technical, barreling waves at Pipeline. His consistency in winning the Triple Crown solidified his place not just as the best at Pipeline, but as a master of all the North Shore's iconic waves.
I think that single wave reignited a flame in me, you know? It was either before the heat or on that day, and Brock Little says to me, he goes, "How long since you won a contest? Do you even remember what it feels like?" And
Kelly Slater's creation of the Surf Ranch in 2015 was nothing short of groundbreaking. For the first time in history, surfers could experience perfect waves in a controlled environment, enabling them to train and experiment in ways previously impossible. The wave pool featured adjustable settings, allowing for different wave shapes and sizes, giving surfers the opportunity to perfect their skills and progress at a faster rate. The Surf Ranch has since hosted professional events and has been a training ground for many of the world's top surfers. Kelly's innovation changed the trajectory of surf competitions and provided a glimpse into what the future of surfing could be. It's a testament to his drive to push the sport forward, not just in the water, but through technological advancements that benefit surfers around the world.
And then you stand up, as soon as you look in, you would get the gnarly glare off the water, and then you try to look down the line, and you got to take about 2 or 3 seconds before your eyes start to clear again.
In 2016, Kelly Slater was honored with the XXL Big Wave Award for Best Overall Performance, a recognition that celebrated his outstanding achievements in big wave surfing throughout that year. This award is particularly significant in the world of surfing because it not only honors a single standout wave, but acknowledges an entire season of excellence in riding some of the most dangerous and powerful waves on the planet. Kelly's standout rides during the 2016 season included his performance at Jaws, Piahi, on Maui's North Shore. During the Piahi Challenge, Kelly rode massive waves with surgical precision, executing deep drops and high-speed turns that left fans and fellow competitors in awe. His wave selection and positioning were on point, and he tackled some of the heaviest waves that day. In addition, Kelly was seen charging at spots like Mavericks in Northern California and Todos Santos, Baja California. His willingness to compete at these breaks, known for their cold water, unpredictable swells, and deadly waves, further demonstrated his commitment to pushing himself in extreme conditions. Winning the XXL Big Wave Award for Best Overall Performance added yet another dimension to Kelly's already legendary career. While he was known primarily for his success in high-performance shortboard surfing, this accolade solidified his reputation as a complete surfer, able to excel in small, perfect waves as well as in giant, life-threatening surf. It showed that Kelly's surfing prowess extended far beyond the standard competitive format, into the realm of big wave surfing, where only the most courageous and skilled riders dare to go.
This year, deservingly, definitely goes to Kelly Slater. It's the AI Commitment Award. Pretty special moment, I'm sure, for Kelly, so congrats.
I'm so stoked.
There you go.
Thanks, I'm so stoked.
Beyond competitions, Kelly Slater has left an indelible mark on surf filmmaking. His video parts have inspired countless surfers and documented his evolution from a young prodigy to the greatest surfer of all time. In his early career, films like Kelly Slater in Black and White and The Endless Summer 2 introduced his talent and style to a global audience. Kelly Slater in Black and White captured his raw energy as he burst onto the professional scene, while The Endless Summer 2 showcased his prowess on waves around the world, bridging the gap between generations of surfers. During this time, Kelly also featured heavily in Taylor Steele's Momentum series, which documented the rise of a new breed of progressive surfers. Throughout the 90s and early 2000s, Kelly continued to push the envelope, starring in films like The Show, Focus, and Campaign. Each of these films captured Kelly's competitive dominance and his ever-evolving style, making him a central figure in the evolution of modern surfing. Focus, in particular, highlighted Kelly's mindset during the height of his rivalry with Andy Irons, showing not just the physical battles in the water, but the mental games that took place outside of it. In 2010, Letting Go chronicled Kelly's return to competitive surfing after a brief hiatus, capturing the story behind his 10th world title. This film delved into his personal journey, his struggles, and his determination to reclaim his place at the top. It gave fans a deeper look into the mind of a champion who was not content to rest on his laurels. In later years, Kelly continued to be a part of groundbreaking surf films, including View from a Blue Moon. This 2015 film, starring John Florence, redefined the surf movie genre with stunning cinematography and a fresh narrative style. Kelly's segments in the film, surfing alongside John, showcased a passing of the torch moment, two generations of surfing talent pushing each other to new heights. In 2018, the release of Momentum Generation took a deeper dive into Kelly's influence on the sport. The film explored the rise of the Momentum Generation, a group of young surfers including Kelly, Rob Machado, Shane Dorian, and Taylor Knox, who revolutionized surfing in the 90s and early 2000s. Through personal interviews and archival footage, Momentum Generation revealed the camaraderie, rivalry, and personal challenges that shaped Kelly's journey. From his early days in Kelly Slater in Black and White to his mentorship in Proximity and View from a Blue Moon, Kelly Slater's contributions to surf films have inspired generations of surfers, showcasing the evolution of the sport and the ongoing pursuit of the perfect wave. Kelly Slater is not just a competitive icon, but also a cultural one. His influence extends beyond contests, resonating through the surf films that have documented his incredible journey and immortalized his place in surfing history. From his early days as the youngest world champion to conquering the biggest waves at 50, Kelly Slater's career is a testament to passion, resilience, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. He's not just a champion, he's an icon, a legend, and the greatest surfer of all time. Did we miss any of Kelly's iconic moments in this list? Let me know in the comments what moments we should have had in this video. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other video on Kelly Slater, the untouchable king of surfing. Please subscribe and click the notification bell to catch the next great video about an action sports hero. Kelly Slater, the man who changed the sport of surfing forever.